Hey there, you looking kinda cute. Please consider subscribing and check out our Patreon for more. Enjoy the video. My birthday was approaching, and I knew it was supposed to be my special day. However, I wanted to make my sister feel special instead, as she was going through a tough time. She had just lost a close friend whose mother moved away after finalizing a divorce. My sister was deeply saddened by this, so I tried to comfort her as I always did. My mom and dad noticed how I always tried to make everyone feel better about themselves. They were amazed at how my sister and I rarely fought. Mom was aware of my sister's ability to persuade me to do even the smallest things. But they were unaware of my secret to want to be a girl. I recall the day my sister went to a friend's house to spend the night, leaving me alone at home. My parents, recognizing that I was old enough, decided to give me a chance to be on my own. They provided me with emergency numbers and instructions, not to answer the door, to tell any callers that they were busy, and to stay safe inside the house. They emphasized that I should not go outside, just enjoy my night watching TV and playing games. They made it clear this was a test. If I managed well, there would be no need for a babysitter in the future. However, if anything went wrong, or if I got into something I shouldn't have, it would mean I wasn't ready to be left alone and would need a babysitter again. My sister could also be an option to watch over me if she was home. Once my parents left, I thought about what my sister had said to me. To try on her clothes if I wanted to feel like a real girl, this would be the perfect opportunity. I walked over to the closet. I chose a bra and underwear from the drawer, selecting a matching pair. I also chose some nylons. As I began to put on the nylons, I followed the method I had seen my sister and mom use, rolling them down, pointing my toe, and then pulling them up to just above my knees before pulling them up the rest of the way. After wearing the underwear and nylons, I attempted to fasten the bra. It was a challenging task, especially doing it behind my back for the first time. I hadn't realized that I could hook it in the front and then turn it around to slip my arms through the straps. I knew I couldn't ask my sister or mom for guidance on this. It wasn't new to me. I took every opportunity I got to wear girly clothes. I continued this off and on, I always making sure to put everything back exactly as I found it. I continued to pray the same prayer I had been praying since childhood, hoping for a miracle to fulfill my wish. On the night before Christmas, we all went to bed early. However, I woke up thirsty in the middle of the night. I knew we only had water available, as it wasn't appropriate to make Kool-Aid or Tang at that hour. After getting a glass and some ice cubes from the freezer, I went to the sink to fill the glass with water. That's when I noticed the Christmas tree all lit up with something peculiar about the top of it. To my amazement, I saw what appeared to be an angel descending from the top of the tree, even though the angel tree topper was still in place. This angel was larger, not the same size as the one we had put on the tree. As she approached me, I simply stared in awe, not moving away. When she reached me, she embraced me in her arms. The angel told me she had seen me praying and was aware of my desires. She mentioned that because I had spent years helping others, the decision was made to grant me my heart's desire this Christmas. The gifts, she said, were just for me. I was puzzled, trying to figure out what these gifts might be. Since I never been truly fond of the Christmas gifts I received in the past, I couldn't guess what she was referring to. I had always pretended to like those gifts out of gratitude, as that seemed like the appropriate thing to do. She then explained that everything would start the following morning. When I woke up on Christmas Day, my Christmas wish would begin to come true, and everyone I had ever known would believe I had always been who I wanted to be. I was confused, not fully understanding what she meant, as she hadn't provided specific details about the gifts. If I had paid closer attention to her words about hearing my prayers, perhaps I would have understood her meaning. As the angel began to release me from her embrace, she ascended back to the top of the tree. She was different from the angel we had put on our tree. She was smaller in size, more like the tree topper angel. As she continued to ascend, reaching the top of the tree, she vanished from my sight. Waking up that morning, I felt a sense of disorientation, as though something in my room was different. but I couldn't immediately pinpoint what it was. Still groggy and tired, I made my way to the bathroom. It was there, as I went to use the toilet, that I encountered the biggest shock of my life. As I looked in the mirror, my face was that of a girl. I was surprised at my own calm reaction to this drastic change. Instead of screaming or panicking, I thought I must still be dreaming. This couldn't be real, I reasoned. So I decided to go back to bed, convincing myself that when I woke up again, everything would return to normal. Waking up again, I noticed something startling. My sister was laying next to me, a detail I hadn't observed when I first woke up. Despite this surprise, I settled back into bed and drifted off to sleep. It wasn't long before my sister excitedly jumped on me, exclaiming, "Martha, Martha, Martha, get up. It's Christmas morning. We have to open our presents." What struck me was the name she used. Martha was a name only my babysitter, Michelle, knew, a female name I had chosen but hadn't shared with anyone else. I was baffled as to how my sister knew it, since I was sure Michelle hadn't told her. As I got out of bed and donned my robe, preparing to head downstairs, things took an even stranger turn. Descending the stairs, I noticed changes unfolding around me. I realized I was wearing a nightgown under my robe, not the pajamas I remembered putting on the night before. Reaching the bottom of the stairs, the living room appeared transformed. Our family picture hanging above the fireplace was different, altering my understanding of reality. The events unfolding were beyond my comprehension, seemingly bending the fabric of my existence and altering my perception of my identity and the world around me. And that's when my parent asked me if I had slept well. I said yes, I did. I only had to get up once last night to get a drink of water, but I went back to bed after that. My mom said she knew because she saw the glass in the sink and knew I would take care of it when I woke up. She told me she loves that I'm always honest and helpful. Then my dad went to the Christmas tree to hand out our gifts. The first gift he pulled out was for our mom because he always gives her the first present. In our family, we have a tradition where we watch each person open their present and look for their reaction to whatever gift they got. And when they receive it, they always say thank you, no matter what the gift is. I have always known that I had to thank people for the gifts I received. It wasn't easy for me to say thank you for my grandma's Christmas gifts in the past because they didn't compare to what my great-grandma used to give me and my sister. But this year, I was surprised by the gift from my grandma. I was expecting a hat or a scarf or something like that. I was totally blown away when I opened my gift from her. It was a beautiful woman's sweater. It was definitely not a boy's sweater. At first, I didn't understand what was going on. But I didn't question it, thinking maybe this was a different kind of sweater, or perhaps my grandma made it without really considering if I would like a girl's sweater. But then I saw the label on the Christmas wrapping paper tag, and it read, "To my granddaughter, Martha, from Grandma McKelvey." I couldn't believe it. That's when my mom asked me, "Martha, did you like your sweater from your grandma?" This was the second time someone in my family called me Martha. This time it was my mom. It was strange to me. I couldn't figure out why my mom would call me by that name. We continued to open our gifts. Sometimes we would guess what we got. We all had a fun time, and my dad would give us looks as if we might be right. I have to admit, everything I got from my parents, my aunts, all the dresses, skirts, and blouses were addressed to me. That's when I realized that everybody thinks I am Martha. As I went into the kitchen to throw away all the wrapping paper, I decided to take all the trash in the kitchen can out to the big trash can outside, to keep the house clean as we went through the day. I just wanted it ready for the garbage truck tomorrow. As I went outside, I saw the angel approaching me again. She embraced me and then asked, "How do you like your Christmas wish?" I replied, "I don't know why everybody is calling me Martha." The angel said, "Because that's your name now, Martha Rose Murphy, and everyone will always believe that was your name since the day you were born. And now I am going to give you the final part of your gift." She then asked if I was ready for it. Once again, I wasn't sure what the final gift the angel would give me. I answered with a, "Yes, I am ready." She then explained everything she had given me, detailing how she transformed me into the body I always wanted. Now, I am a biological female. I would soon experience my monthly menstrual cycle, just like my sister. The angel informed me that I would be surprised when it happened, a common experience for many girls who don't know when their first cycle will start. She couldn't tell me the exact time it would happen to me, but assured me it wouldn't occur at school, but at home. My mom would then take me aside to talk about everything I needed to know. It would be overwhelming, but I would possess all the knowledge I needed as if I had grown up from a little girl, experiencing life at an accelerated pace. Soon, I would only remember being born a biological girl, believing it as fervently as everyone else who knew me since my birth. The angel then told me it was time for her to say goodbye, Martha Rose Murphy, and that I should enjoy my new life. She said that once she disappeared from my sight, I would not remember her, but I would retain all the essential knowledge. I thanked the angel, promising to live the best life I could as the girl I always knew I was. She then placed her hand on my head, saying that Martin no longer existed, and from now on, I would only have Martha's memories, as if I were born a girl. My parents would know me only as their second daughter and my sister as her little sister. Everyone in my family would know me as Martha with the correct familial relationships. Martha exists now, and I would only remember my life as her. This is when she tells me, "It's time to say goodbye, Martin. You were never Martin. You have always been Martha, and you will always be Martha for the rest of your life." She wished she could tell me more about my future, but she couldn't. After she said that, I fell to the ground. My mom saw me collapsing and ran out the door towards me. At first, she wanted to pick me up, but realized she couldn't carry me. So she began yelling for my dad, pleading for him to come outside because our daughter had collapsed and needed to be carried back into the house. Even though I was passed out, I could hear everything that was happening. As I regained consciousness, I didn't notice anything different. I didn't remember anything besides taking out the trash to the big trash can. It seemed that I must have passed out, but I had no memories of my old life. Everything had changed. I had been Martha ever since my birth. Resting on the couch, my mom, concerned for my well-being, wanted to take me to the hospital. At the hospital, after a thorough examination, the doctors told my mom they couldn't find anything wrong with her daughter. They advised her to take me home but keep a close eye on me, and to inform them if anything else happened. My mom watched over me all night, insisting that I try to stay awake. She was aware of how sleepy I was, acknowledging that she was tired too, but she emphasized the importance of staying awake to ensure I didn't have a concussion. She reassured me, "I'm always going to be here for you." Years have passed, and now I'm graduating as the valedictorian from my all-girls high school. I'm set on pursuing a degree in social work in college. After 4 years, I graduate with a BA degree and immediately find work, having received numerous job offers. I decide to work for a hospital. Not long after starting at the hospital, I meet Jennifer, who I know will be my wife. Jennifer and I, having met at the hospital, decide to get married. Everyone accepts and supports Jennifer and me in our relationship. We get married as wife and wife. We have a very happy life together, blessed with 2 daughters. Our family life is fulfilling, and our careers are successful. Eventually, we both decide to retire on the same day, grateful for everything and everyone in our lives. Jennifer and I live a wonderful life together, filled with love and joy. Our daughters grow up into beautiful, successful women, each with a loving husband and wonderful children. They never question or comment negatively about Jennifer's and my relationship. I am the first to pass away, and about a year later, Jennifer also passes. We are laid to rest beside each other. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out Patreon for a lot more content and early access to YouTube videos.